Oh, okay. We have water. I'm running out of gloves, or my mixture of them is not working as intended. That is rather frustrating. Do me a likey there. Do me a stretchy on my glovey there, and push a little go live button there. And we have our cutie patooties for this evening. So yeah. I'm just stretching out my glove really quick before I get cracking. Do me a zoom. And do me a small exposure and turn it down just a smidge. And get my glove on. Good evening and welcome in. Ba-da, ba-da. For now, we're going to leave that like that. Yay! My mic is live because my icon is changing. I've got my wet palette all ready to rock and roll. And I've got my paints picked out and ready to rock and roll. We've got our little cuties. I'm definitely going to do green eyes for this guy. And I need to turn down the music in my ear. It's way too loud. Like I couldn't think for a second right there. I was like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's calm that guy down. So we're definitely going to work on him. We need to get his blue jacket all squared away. His wings and stuff, I think, are kind of in the fine spot. The browns are fine. The hat needs a little bit of TLC, and we need to do some non-metallic metal for his edges and bits and get some green eyes on him. That's cool. This little cutie needs some non-metallic work as well, and we will deal with his bath bombs later. I don't know what I want to do with those just yet. I started doing like a non-metallic metal quick and dirty around some of the bands, and I was like, yeah, I'm not really liking how that's shaping up because I want to do these middle ribs as metal bars as well. So we are going to tackle that tonight. And our color selections that we are going to be playing with tonight are going to be black, phthalo blue, silver gray, cloud sky, and sunray. Because I don't want to think so much tonight. I just want to sling paint and have fun. Because that's what we do here. Yes, hello, sweetie. How are you? Well, what do you want to tell me about? All day long, you have been near me. We have been near each other all day. Like the one time that it's time for me to go do the thing. I would like to do the thing. Please and thank you, ma'am. I say please and thank you, ma'am. Ooh, silver gray. It's splurged up. The only reason why I'm using silver gray and not mixing my own gray is because I'm lazy. I am the lazies. It is a Sunday. We have horrors of Mondays, but we are going to have fun. We are going to paint tonight. For tonight we shall paint. Oh. I'm just curious how something will line up if I mix it. Do you want to hang out on camera for everybody? Or did you just want to be a nuisance? I know you want to be the whole problem, sweetie, but Do you have to be it right now? Okay. It's going to be one of those nights, I feel like. I feel like it shall be one of those nights. All right, so I take my little mixing stick, take some of my sunray. You're okay. I want some of my phthalo blue. And that's going to be blue. Okay. Making sure that that wasn't going to turn into like some weird green on me. Because I'm using single pigment phthalo blue on the red shade. So I just wanted to confirm. I just want to confirm real quick. I do want not the cat hair that's on the edge of this thing. Please and thank you. I want my black. And I want some of my silver gray. You're okay. Just a little bit of my blue. And just a smidgen of my blue. Bum, 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 bum. And tonight's slow-fi shall be Studio Ghibli because I can. I feel like that's going to work out better for me in the long run. Cat camera can be turned on, by the way. I was reading a book. I know it's rare for me, but I was reading a book by James Gurney called Color and Light. Well, I was reading the other one, which is Imagination. I might be a bit chatty today too. I don't know. We'll see. Can't tell if those are meant to be fish or not. And the problem is that the sculpt that Steamforge Games has on their website for this model is not the same as the Kickstarter version. So I find this to be graciously annoying. I have been inconvenienced by something. She is like super chill right now, which is kind of weird. But I guess part of the reason why she's being so chill is that the rain has been rather unfriendly in the temperature change, along with the evil time change. I am just working on quick and dirty base coat around his lamps and stuff. Um, I'll probably be darkening the sky up quite a bit. But it's meant to be fun. It's not meant to be serious. Remember that. Be fun. Oh, King, I I do not bring attention to you unless you absolutely want it. I know you've been around a few times, and it's a-okay. Lurk away. Enjoy the post migraine. This has been one heck of a weekend for me as headaches as well. Good evening, Michael Paints Minis. How are you doing? I'm just base coating a little bit of this cutie, trying to decide the level in which I care to go for a non-metallic metal look. I just kind of want a blue, just kind of want some blue metal. Not meant to be serious, just meant to be fun. I mean, it's all painting. Might I encourage you to paint something cute? The cuter, the better. uh, I will end stream around 8:30 my time, Eastern Standard Time, in which I spend the next half an hour before my bedtime racing around feeding the floof monster that's hanging out um, there instead of, in a visible state rather than her other state, which is hiding down the cat tree. Um, Sounds like a grand idea. This guy and the baby kraken. I found him at a convention when I was walking through. I was buying dice and said, I need that. Um, I don't know why. I just decided that Sundays I'm going to paint something cute and have fun. It's not meant to be a palette cleanser. It's not meant to be anything important. It's just meant to be something cute and fun. To prepare for the things that come on Mondays. Bum, bum, bum. Mhm. And one of the reasons why I started painting him so much too is that there's a lot of relaxing aspects to painting this guy. The different lines that you get to draw on the contrast that I got to push in and slide out, highlighting all of his scales, making a little bone, horn. I know it's not perfect to the dark tips, but he's trying his best. All right, he's trying. We got to leave him alone a little bit. He's working his best over here. All right, he's trying to sell you car insurance, possibly, or that's better than do that, goofball. Oh, slide my camera down just a smidge. Boom, baby. Oh, oh, for you, Layden. For you. You are not perceived. Ah. There we go. There we go. I forgot to base coat in his little buckle. Michael Painsman, he's not perceiving you as well, Layden. We need you to be louder. When I was hanging out with Layden earlier today, we realized that we did not have dice rollers in our pots. So, in between sassing messages, I went and had enabled mine and set one up from Stream Elements. I didn't realize it was going to be this fun. Surely, surely, surely reality is real. There we go. Michael Paints Mini. You were able to perceive your current project. May you be successful on it. Oh, that's fun. That dice roll is going to be way too much fun. I can tell already. All right, so oh, what was the other one I did? Did another one earlier. What else were we talking about today? There's two. One was dice rolls. One was Nope, nope, nope. That's the other one. That's the other one. Color wheels in progress. That's the other one I was thinking of. Yeah. Yeah. I set up a boop. I'll set up a boop. You can give out boops. You can boop somebody. Give them a little snoot boop on the snoot. Oh, I'm going to take this guy's jacket. Excuse me, I'm going to push one button. Oh, by the way, Layden is really struggling to get to her 50th user. So, she is a fun person. She tolerates me some days. So, give her a follow. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes we perceive each other, and sometimes, as you found out by the dice rolls, we do not. Da, 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 na, 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 da, da, na. And yes, we are doing the Ghibli lo-fis tonight. Exactly. Exactly. Sometimes Reaper would. Um, Michael Payne Smitty's is a fun person as well. Zombie Sashimi is a fun person. King Dixon's a fun person too. See, Layden, I have my spinny top. Oh, I also enabled the emote wall too. So we'll see how long that lasts before I grow annoyed with it. Or it becomes a nuisance. Most of the time it's not, but we shall see. That makes 50. You are correct. Thank you, Michael Painsmanies. Son of a biscuit, that's too thick. It's too thick. You know better. You know better. Need some of my favorite blue them down. Good deal. Good amount. You know how to do this. Of course, I say it's too thick, and then look at it. I'm like, it's not that bad, but it's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me. Once it comes off cooldown, Michael paints minis. Do you stream? I feel like I see you frequently in Grumpy's stream. I'm really terrible. Uh, Give it a couple of hours to catch up, Layden. Sometimes it's slow. Sometimes it's a little slow. Just calm down. Give it a couple hours. Give it a couple hours. And then, oh, I have seen your stream and I have lurked inside of it. I remember now because I remember the kitty. Yeah, it can take up to a day. It took that long for me as well. Well, not for the full affiliate. Um, for it to recognize that I had 50. My kitty has decided to head off, so she was hanging out in full view of the camera so you could see her entire tortitude. But she has decided that it is time to go have an adventure, so I shall let her. I feel you on the anxiety thing, by the way, Michael. You are perceived. um, my shoulders have a bunch of punctures in them because my cat often likes to hang out on my shoulders when I come home from work. Um, when she likes to, when I like to pick her up and carry her around a little bit, sometimes she will climb up on my shoulder and hang out there so she could swat at different aspects of the ceiling. Um, she is very much a curious kitten some days. And other days, she is not. Social alien, welcome in. It has been some amount of time greater than one than I last saw you. Last time I saw you was it is a little bit of a party in here, Layden. I have been making my rounds to make other friends and see other folks and see what all of the lovely people are up to and get inspired by everything under the sun. Oh, for shame. Welcome to Cutie Patootie Sunday. Welcome to Cutie Patootie Sunday, in which we paint the cute things and have the fun. We are not meant to be pushing ourselves. We are not meant to be stressing ourselves out. We are here to simply paint something goofy, something fun, and enjoy. So I've got my dragon dice holder here. His blue jacket needs a little bit of TLC lightened up. His little belt buckle needs a little TLC as well for some non-metallic metal. And in between coats, when I'm waiting for some things to dry, we've got this Kraken that definitely did not lie on his resume. I think I was crafting a small story with a Russian blue cat that we could call um, Urbanian Jones that summons the Kraken to come get its lunch money from you. I was left to my own devices. I'm sorry. I was left to my own devices. This little guy, he has a whip, and I think he was meant to be like an Indiana Jones dragon. And I said, nope, he's going to be painted as a copper dragon to be super friendly and curious, and is either trying to sell you a spot in the vault or would like to reach out to you about your extended carriage warranty. One of the two. You never know when traveling thieves may come by and steal your carriage. So he could sell you or interest you into a extended carriage warranty. Yeah, you could have a group of adventurers going along, and then all of a sudden you find yourself hearing the thunderous roar and the long drawn bell called out from a cat frustrated because you gypped them out of their tuna, summoning them to bring forth the kraken. And, because you stopped by the cute little copper dragon that wanted to uh, sell you insurance, now you don't feel so scared. But yes, we do goofy things here. I will write random things. As I paint, I will be returning to self challenge modes on some things. Probably tomorrow. We'll see how tomorrow goes. But he has been my goofy, or just kind of our relaxing paint. We can push some aspects of him high on the list and get to do relaxing, calming things like line in between his scales, which was all done with a Viridian grime, very dark green. I went with a copper cherry woodish and highlighted up with the sunray all around, and it was just kind of a very therapeutic, relaxing time going up. His eyes are going to end up being green as well. I didn't have a need to get green paint, so I did not grab it from my shelf just yet. Um, we'll probably do some phthalo green or samurai green, similar to what I was doing on Cat the Witch, so I can color in something welcoming and inviting. And I do have Stream Elements giving out affirmations as well because it is important. Another person that I saw streaming does that, so I've followed suit. And we listen to the lo-fis too. Oh, itchy on my forehead. I also need to get a haircut this week. I need to get a haircut. I don't like getting a haircut. Has it been 6 weeks? I think it's been 6 weeks. It's been close to 6. It's been a month. I need to hold it a little bit more stable, so I need to the bottom half of my handle. Okay. This jacket's definitely jamming along. We're going to set aside for a few minutes. We're definitely going to get the Kraken that definitely didn't lie on their resume. I want a little bit of black. It's nice and thin. Nice and thin black. Want something a little grayer for his lamp. Oh, come on, stay. You do not have an autofocus yet. You still have not. There you go. That's a little bit better. Oh, biscuit. I keep forgetting to bring up my measuring tape. Sorry, welcome to me, where I randomly remember that I wanted to do something today and didn't get any of that done because well, it was one of those days where I decided, nope, we're going to work on cleaning up some models for prepping, and then we will. Uh, oh, I want to check that out really quick. 1 second. I will share. Okay. It's not as smooth as I wanted it, but it's okay. Um, I was prepping some Greek Odyssey models, or some models from Bones, the Greek Odyssey, today. And I was experimenting with some texture paste and seeing if I could get it a little bit smoother to simulate rock. And I think it's going to look nice. It's just. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, when I get her prepped up, I'll make a post for her. Um, I think I've got Jay's new interest, Layden. I'd put this cloud giant to the side as well. Yeah. Um, I was preparing some things today so I could get ahead of the mark because I didn't feel like writing and I didn't feel like um, fighting with my photo editing software. So I decided I would prep figures while I was watching your stream and looking in someone else, which they made their post in Grumpy's Discord. I read it and I go, huh, interesting. Those are some really interesting Rainbow Knights. Not realizing that they were making a Pac Man themed Imperial Knight army. I was like, well, that took a couple of times to reread that. It'll be okay. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want some of my Cloud Sky here. Oh, yeah. I was futzing around with some of that today, or I have been. I just decided I wanted to accelerate it just a little bit more than normal. Itchy face. Itchy face. Still too thick. You know to thin your paint. You want to work with the glazes, sir? Yeah, it's going to take a while before she makes it to the actual painting desk. Um, I need to take her and the Cerberus figure downstairs and put them in boiling water, or near boiling water anyway, and see if I can get them to form up to the shape they're supposed to be a little bit better. Some of I like the Reaper figures, but I don't like having to deal with what I deal with sometimes on them. Because sometimes they can actually detract me from wanting to paint the model and figure. If it's too much effort to clean it up and fight with it to get it in a position. But Ba-da-da-da-da. So when I get that one ready, I will send you um, photos of it so you can tease your Canadian friend. Oh, I forgot to mention to you, Layden, I got my first downvote on YouTube. It's rather interesting. I thought it was unique that I got it. I was like, oh, that's weird. I didn't get it on the bone stuff. I didn't get it on the stuff that is like really small and wasn't my best work and I didn't try the hardest on. I got it on the Belmoth model that I posted the short for. I thought that was like really weird. Like, oh, I got a downvote finally. Yay! I feel happy about this. Don't ask me why, but I do. Yeah, yeah, I have a downvote. Yeah. Um, out of the four that I have posted now, um, the first one that has a tour of my workshop area has the most amount of views, and then everything else is about 13 to 16. Yeah. Oh, for those curious, I do talk about content creation and the art of creating content. Do I create good content? No. I just like to chat about analytics and math sometimes. And kind of the expectations and thoughts of where things were supposed to go versus how they sometimes end up. Ba-da-da. Uh, I need to lock in and dial in what I want to do for some of those shorts and then actually go back to YouTube and figure out what's going on with it. You are a lo fi playlist. You are not supposed to have talking. Sorry. That was unexpected for me as well. So. Pick up this guy again. I want some of this black still. I'll need my magnifying glass. 1 second. Oh, Laden. Because I don't know if you saw it. I have an art book called Color and Light. Guide for a Realist Painter from um, James Gurney. Hold on. There you go. I put a color wheel over there so you can have it as well in view at all times. I have to have one stream where I show you a color wheel. Oh, it only does one at a time. Interesting. Okay. What did you do tonight on stream? Well, I attempted to show everybody uh, that for Cutie Patootie Sunday, we're going to paint the individual links of his zip jacket. Now, if I wanted to be more motivated for display level, I could thin down a lot of paint and do some cross hatching across everything and call it a denim jacket and try to do that kind of fade. And we could stone wash it, but I don't know. This little cutie's getting what he's getting, and he's going to Lex it. I feel like this song has been played one too many times. Forgive me. I'm going to push forward on that. I feel like it's come up more than once. And if I feel like it's come up more than once, it's come up more than once. Eons ago, when I was listening to this thing called the internet radio, and radio stations were going to the internet, um, one of the DJs despised Daft Punk. And one day, as a joke, started playing Daft Punk one more time for the broadcast. Some people had caught on to what he did. Some people had not. But he had looped it somewhere in the one more time range. And looped it like 15, 16 times. And I felt like I'd heard that song like 3 times in the last handful of minutes, so the next button to be pushed. All right. Shiny View Paints, welcome in. How are you doing this evening? We are currently working on our Cutie Patooties. I was getting his jacket right there. It's kind of hard because of the whites washing out with my colors. But you can see he's got a little zipper jacket. So we're just slowly working our way around him right now. Just getting little things here and there. I hope your Sunday is working out well and amazing. As always, the goblins that I see you post are popping and banging. I enjoy them. Do have another cheapy model for goblins. But no, Mr. Painty Paint, you're currently on Mondays slated to work on Galon the chibi model again and return to Grumpy's challenge, which shall be ever so much fun. I actually I'm really looking forward to picking him back up again. Um, yeah, we're gonna set him to the side for a few minutes. We'll return to our Kraken. Oh no, he definitely did not lie on his resume though. He definitely did not. We're just working on little bits of him. We're doing something like non-metallic metal tonight. It's meant to be fun and have a good time. So, if you want to call it non-metallic metal, call it non-metallic metal. It's your call. Feel free. So, he he comes rolling in when the boss cat of bosses is unhappy with his tuna delivery. So we let him. We send in the Kraken to be the enforcer. Uh-oh. Started thinking about what I want to paint after I get these two done. I might have one more stream, one more Sunday for them. On the next couple of days. Or next Sunday might be their last time on stream. Because I mean they're coming along nicely. It's just I don't know how much more else how much I really want to continue to futz with them. They need their bases painted and they need their little details picked out. Eyes colored up. I need to do something with his hat. He's brown, and then I don't know why they put these little balls on him, but I'm calling them his little bath bombs that he's rolling around town with. that I need to finish getting violeted. Um, so they are not D20s. They are in fact not D20s. They are something that they had sculpted in, that he's carrying on his wheel, his mobile bath. I guess you could say mobile bath. Um, but they are not D20s now. They've got. I can see why you thought they were D20s, given the way that the net pattern's going. I need to get some separation in there, and they'll be good to go. Uh, but we'll see. Oh, and unfortunately, I will not be streaming this Wednesday. Um, I have a social interaction that I must attend to with work, and I will not be around on other people's streams as much this week as either. Sad face is sad. Kind of poopy too. Because I'll miss Zombie Sashimi streams, I will miss Grumpy streams, and then Friday when I, work from home again, it'll be just me staring at the walls going, what am I supposed to do with my work? Be productive? I don't think so. I don't think so. Mm-hmm. But I should be back to Tuesday and Thursday nights for stream bleeding. You and Smiling Beagles. Check you both out. And I won't be able to see. Well, I don't know. Uh, the work engagement for Wednesday is something that's going to be offsite and go into the wee hours, but Tuesdays and Thursdays I will be getting home at my normal times. So I should be able to check your and Smiley your stream out at least if you're streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays. in the evening hours. Bum, bum, bum. We shall see. We shall see indeed. So I'll probably use the evening hours to catch up on posts and preparations. I did get my AK Interactive Ultra Matte Medium today, or my matte varnish today. So I'm good to give Cat the Witch a matte varnish and get her ready for posting as well. He needs his roll to be green as well. I haven't gotten to that either. Oh, just looked over and realized I wasn't staying in frame. You can do better. You have 2 box lines on your desk for that exact reason, sir. We shall stay in frame. Ba-na-na-na. That's what I was trying to get the yellow for. I wanted to block on his lap a little bit. We're not going to have a glowy torch. I might put a little bit of orange in there at some point. We'll see. Let's see. I don't like torches. They confound me so. I'm surprised we haven't seen Smiling tonight. I hope he's okay. I'm not fighting with anything in untoward. And I know why we haven't seen battles so much either. Excuse me. I have the hiccups. Um, there are times I swear SiriBot does not like the fact that I pushed a button. But it could be because I don't have the window active. What do you call a magician who lost their magic? Ian? Ian? I don't get that one, Siri. I don't get that one at all. I need someone to explain that to me with crayons, please. I need, can someone explain this with crayons, please? And thank you. I'm not wrong. I don't get it. I don't think Grumpy would get it if he was here either. I don't feel bad. We're going to write that one off as a bad joke. Bad joke, not a good joke. Kind of feel like the old two Muppets from Sesame Street that were up in the balconies screaming at everybody. Now you want to come see what I was doing? Seriously? I was looking for a piece of paper. Window Floof has returned. The thing you were looking for, you were using as a bookmark earlier, goofball. There we go. Trying a piece of watercolor stock to address some color balance issues. It's not perfect, but sometimes I think it's better than what it's supposed to be, so we're going to try that for a little bit. If it gets too not jamming with the jobs, just toss in a exclamation point frame. No, I missed one entire piece of that band. Son of a gun. It does. This lo-fi does in fact have words. You are correct. However, it is not the other words that was being had. That sounded like it was supposed to be like some declaration of something. I'm like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. You are lo-fi. This is like actual music from the Studio Ghibli. I get it. I feel good. Whatever that other song was, it was not like the moment it came on, I was like, nope. Literally, it was a nope. See, no words on this one though. Oh, and she pieced out already. She's been in a weird mood today for some reason. I think it's because of the time change, but and I should give them a shout out too. Aha! I did a rivet. Congratulations, me. Um, since I actually have people here, I should give one more shout out to King Dixon Balls if they're still hanging around. They are a beautiful individual that is recovering from a migraine, so they're not super chatty right now. But I need to let this dry for a second anyway, so I can go to the keyboard and do the thing. There you go. Give them a lovely follow for when they're feeling better and let them know that they're loved and respected. The Path of the Wind. This is not the same song. Layton. I don't know. That summer one was popping up a lot though. Okay, okay. We're getting somewhere with him. Well, we're going to take a moment and we're going to switch back to this guy. And now that I've got my color balanced a little bit better, I'm going to take a look at his. Okay. Thank you, auto moderators. Do I really need to do a whole lot more with this jacket and this hat? I feel that you have contrast and depth on it. You might need just a little bit more, sir. Just a little bit more. Does that help? You're okay, sweetie. Actually, treating this as a blue jean jacket would have been fun too. Actually, would have worked pretty well. Is this going to work? There we go. Cat fact. Unlike humans, cats cannot detect sweetness, which likely explains why they are not drawn to it at all. Interesting. 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 That is actually a relatively interesting fact. Bum. I'm kind of digging where he's at. I was kind of digging it. Yeah. Good evening, peasant. How are you doing this evening? We're doing some cutie patootie work. Just futzing around, highlighting up some different aspects of this cute little dragon guy here. Working around with the color blue. Ba-da-dee, ba-da-dee, ba-da-da. And seeing where things go. Welcome back in as well. Because I'm an original, I need ground brown. And I did I had another. Oh, green. Green! I need you, green. We're going to use phthalo green because we have the sun ray on the palette. Because we have the sun ray on the palette. What you doing, cutie? Hmm? No, no. I could see the cat thoughts going. Nope. Okay. Goodbye, sweetie. Excellent. I wish I had a friendly local game store. I tend to refer to mine as the anti-friendly game store, so I will need my magnifying glass for this. Uh, which is weird because some people would go to this game store and be like, they were great and amazing to me. And I go, I walk in there and they look at me like I've got 500 heads and I don't belong. So I don't walk in there. I don't walk in there. Is that yours, Layden? Your local game store, that is? Dominion would be that was that Orcs and Stormcast or was that just Stormcast and who else? I am not much of a Warhammer painter or Games Workshop painter, but I must be relevant with the culture at all times. So I have an idea of the ones that you're talking about. Um, so is it the big is it the one guy riding the dragon, or is it the one guy? Is it an orc riding a dragon, or one of the large Stormcast models? The Cruel Boys, or whatever they were referred to, or the Swamp Boys. Kind of like my green brown base that I've got with this guy right here. I didn't expect I would like it. So thank you, Steam Elements on YouTube side. You tried so hard. You tried so hard. I'll have to fix that. Forgive me, peasant. It's I have some work in progress. You are the most engaging person on stream that I have had on the YouTube side. So thank you for stopping in. It's good to know that the timers work. It's just not working the way it's supposed to. Oh, I still have to do this. I don't know how much of that thing I'm going to finish up. I kind of don't. I kind of like it the way it is. I forgot I had that on. Still had to finish that to go. I know the orc that you're talking about, though, riding that big old dragon. It actually looks like a really fun model to paint. Um, you get it's weird because you have so many textures on those types of figures sometimes that you forget that you can use washes and dry brushing and how well it takes to all of that stuff. Um, when you're not having to paint something really small. Well, I I might have pushed the button wrong, to be fair. Uh, so I will need to correct it. It works fine on the Twitch side. It just doesn't want to work on the YouTube side. Or it's working on the YouTube side, just not the way that I had envisioned it worked. Every so often, it's supposed to send out my socials for Instagram, Twitch, and Blue Sky. So you can get follows over there as well. And then eventually it might actually tell you a Discord server you can join. If you still wanted to get notified that way. Oh, yeah. And then the big dragon itself has those very um, deep lines in it as well. So it's really interesting for like a texture or paint point of view. All of the different things that you get to go on with it. And I can turn off the cat cam. She is not present. Um, this guy is just my Sunday Cutie Patootie paints. I'm probably gonna have to pull out more from Steamforged Games and continue to paint them on Sundays and prepare those for painting. Excuse me. Uh, I want him standing on a green base. I don't know why. Because I can always give him a green tuft later. I guess was my thought. I bought a bunch of tufts a while back, and I never used them on my basing. I used them on one model, and I haven't used them since. I'm like, really use these things and not just have them hang out in their packaging. It's kind of weird. So I think I shall give him a tuft today. Or not today, but before I finish them up. I'll give a little dab of super glue and put on a little tuft of grass of some kind. And then give him a little varnishing, and it'll be all kinds of pretty and fun. Of course, I gotta give the rim a black base as well, or give the rim a nice black paint on it. Oh yeah. All right. So we're gonna rinse out our brush. We're gonna take a moment. We're gonna take a sip of water. Ever so delicious. We're gonna get our magnifying glass ready. We're gonna get some of our yellow and our green. We're gonna do a mixy loo. And we're gonna thin our I mean, you are a Mountain Dew mermaid, Layden. That's for dang sure. All right. Now, we struggle to get it going in the same direction. So far. Ah, the big dragon thing was the one I was referring to, taking the nice bits of wash and um, kind of the bigger bits of painting. Because I mean, the work itself is a huge guy in its own right. Um, but the dragon was the one I was thinking of. The gore stompers, maybe. I think they're going in the same direction, Layden. I think he's looking in the same direction. when tackling something that large, it's always a recommended. That's how I prefer to tackle those large projects. I think he's going in the right direction, Layden. I think he's trying. He's trying his best right now. I know I was doing quite a bit of when I was working on. My hands just stopped shaking. Uh, when I was working on him, I did a lot of different aspect. I did him in a lot of sections. Um, this piece was one night. Down the arm was one night. The helmet was one night. This piece was one night. This piece was one night. The purple itself was in two or three different types of nights. Um, all around the figure. I had to go. Or my war mammoth that I painted from Reaper back in the day. Um, don't at me with the tusks. Don't at me with the tusks. I went the other way. Calm down. Um, a lot of different aspects for different times for him. He was definitely works in progresses of different pieces. What were we gonna up me at? Some people believe that they should go the other way. You should have a dark tip and a brightness at the other end. I was following a really early on Vince Ventrilla recommendation on how to paint tusks. Actually, it's using Agrax and um, Seraphim sepia. So you would paint half the bone and then work your way up towards the tips with half of the tusk would be cerium sepia, and then a quarter of that half that you painted of the cerium sepia would be uh, Agrax or shade, and then you could smooth the transition between with your ivory color and highlight up your ivory as well. Yeah, and I did that out of a pure choice. That was me painting and saying that's how it should be. I think I've done a couple of other models the other way, and it's made a lot more sense at the end of the day, to be honest. Um, so there's always rooms to improve, no matter what you're doing, and it's always fun. And you learned, and I learned, and it was fun. Hey, wait, no, no, you nerd. Excuse me. The kitty cat requires attention. I have a tail that is now the object of painting. I have about 10 more minutes left in me, sweetie. Can I have 10 minutes to look around the cute little models that we're working on tonight? Hmm? and kind of come up with a game plan about what we want to. Oh, if Michael goes live, we'll end up rating him. She was watching people. She was watching the squirrels and the other cats out in the backyard. One of the cats has come back and they're starting to hang out again because the weather's turned nice and I think they got away from their original owners. What's up? I'm not allowed to leave. I shall forever be here in the void with my kitty. Uh, yes, who's a sweetie? Yes, you are. Psychopath. Uh, but when Michael, if he goes live, we'll give him a little raid and check him out and hang out with him a little bit. Bum, 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 bum. Hi, what's up? Hmm? Layden, Layden, be nice. Be nice. They were having some anxiety issues earlier. You're always nice. That is correct. All right. What's up? Hmm? What's up? Good evening, Smiling Beagle. I hope you are doing well. We're currently having a cat break. I do have one fellow over on the YouTube side, so we are chatting away with them as well. I'm ever so happy to have folks coming in and painting along with us and doing their hobbying. It is always fun. Um, so, can I help you, sweetie? Hmm? You will get your treats later tonight. I know you will. And we do have Layden. She is back from her adventures of real life. She did a little bit of a stream earlier. What's up? Ah, are you utilizing stream elements or are you going with something else? Um, so you can still use your Streamlabs account and copy those widgets in as a browser source if you wanted to, going through their dashboard. If you so chose. Okay. Are you done? Are you done hanging out with me? Oh, that's a big stretch. Love you. Um, yeah. So I did enable this. So I enabled the emote wall. And I am going to replay uh uh a follow so I can demonstrate that different things happen. Ba-na-na, ba-na-na. So we got our little cutie guy here still. Yeah. So there that was actually kind of one of the easier things to make is uploading your own documents that you wanted to it. So I don't have much time left and I don't really feel like getting more paint out. But I could use some of this guy and some of that guy, mix the two together. And then we can clean up these ropes around their bath bombs. Um, that was one of the getting the alerts to work. That is actually one of the hardest parts of streaming. It took me several attempts to get it squared away and correct. Yeah. I when I rebuilt my stream layout in OBS, I converted things to Stream Elements, and thought I had it working the way it was supposed to. Was not. Tried it again. Did not work. Tried it again and finally got it to work. Because Stream Elements will utilize their ground control in their built-in deck system. Which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody's got their own flavor of stuff. It's just depending on the account you were logging into, would show you different elements of whatever you were looking at. Because I feel like you have to have two separate. The commands are not the same unless you're logged into multiple platforms. It feels like for the alert boxes. So it's kind of interesting on that front. Oh, can I? Can I? If I use some of my muted gray here and some of my green here, I get a green that I can paint on his. Yo, let's go. This duffel bag really quick. Yay. Yay, I have a green. And I do not need my magnifying glass for this green. Get it out of the way. We're Cutie Patootie time. These guys were steam forged. He is steam forged. Anyway. Speaking of stream elements, there it is. Reminding you that you're doing A-okay, friend. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. We got some nice greeny bits on him. So, I hope your night is going well, Smiling. And welcome in. I just want to point out that the baby Kraken is carrying a sleeping roll on the back of his water cart. I mean, It's actually, if there weren't so many overwhelming resources, it's a lot of fun to get it all squared away and working just the way you want it to be. Um, from sound to art pieces that you want to utilize, like logos or goofy images that you want to have. It's always great. Like it's actually a really, really, really uh it's actually kind of fun. Like if you wanted to utilize the Streamlabs, you can create your own CSS code and use that to kind of come up with some of your own overlays and how you want your overlays to look. And then sometimes it's, sometimes it's a little bit over much. So you just want to use something out of the box. One of the alerts I do have, I forget what it is. It's not enabled right now because I don't have subscribers, but I just use like one of the animations from like pixel art and something else, and that's it. My countdown timer, like I don't care, it's a countdown timer, but it's something that you get to have a little bit of customization on, so it's kind of nice. But it's a little paralysis inducing because trying to build your own art for it is always fun. You don't want to do more coding? What? That is shenanigans, sir. Shenanigans. Um, I think Battle actually does a lot of that stuff. I'm like, that's too much work, sir. Too much. I want it to be a little bit more plug and play for me. Thank you very much. The Stream Elements tool that I use, it's pretty easy because you can upload videos or you can make videos however you want to make them. Oh, I was in someone's stream earlier and they were complaining about um, having to learn and memorize types of fonts and sans serif fonts and all that stuff. Was it you I was talking to, or was it Spelling Mistake? Spelling Mistake uses a lot of Comic Sans type stuff for something. And I can't remember why or how the topic came up. But it was kind of because uh Comic Sans was Comic Sans is easier for some people to read that have some disconnections inside of their head. Because I mean, the type of font matters. You've probably seen the engineer that makes PowerPoint jokes, Dylan McCain. Some of his stuff can be hilarious, and some of his stuff is extremely dry and misses because, well, he's an engineer. Engineers are not inherently funny. I am told that I am somehow a mistake in the world because I have a personality and I'm an engineer. Don't ask me how that happened. Uh, yeah. But he used to write like love letters to his wife, and he was talking about how comic font matters and the choices of what it uses. Like, don't use like a horror type font when you say you'll always be mine. Yeah, yeah, we don't. Uh, it means something very different. But if you find like that Rage Italic font that I utilize on our co-op streams, it's a little different because it's more of a true cursive font. All right. As I stab my brush into the thing there. Um, his eyes are going in the same direction. His jacket's nice and blue. It's got some contrast. His hat's got some contrast. His horn's got some contrast. His wings got contrast. His scale's got contrast. His undertail has contrast. I got a little bit of bass on going on here. One second. That was getting really stiff and starting to scare me. So I wanted to fix it. I'm like, this is not moving the way it's supposed to be. So let me pull them off just for a second. I think our little cutie patootie's done. I could get his teeth really quick. But yeah. I mean, he's clean. I'm not upset at him. There we go. I can see his little teepers and his little jaw. Uh, Yay. That pot's working there, but it's not working on the YouTube set. I'm going to have to go investigate that later. It'll be a Tuesday or Thursday thing. We'll see. I like figuring things out later. What do I need to do on him still? His hat and his green. Uh, need to get his little green bedroll. I'm not really trying to go super hard on him. I just want him to have fun. Like, I kind of want to call him. Like, the last thing I want to do is get his purple little bath bomb squared away, and that's going to be it. Uh, the non-metallic metal's not the cleanest and the prettiest, but he's just a fun little guy. He's meant to be here for fun. He's not meant to be here for serious stress myself out conversations. That's what Maniko's for. Um, in case you didn't see where she ended up last night, smiling. And for you, King, if you're still watching and looking around, oh, you've seen her in Discord. That's okay. But that's where she ended up last night. Worked up a lot of the non-metallic metal on her ear, neck, and face, and I will deal with her red gem later, and then the rest of her next week, kind of deal. Because, I mean, you haven't seen all of her assembled yet, but that sits there, and what I'm missing is I got to glue in one other piece, uh, under there, and I can start looking at her as one whole piece, and finally trying to figure out how I want to assemble her, and seeing how I want to create a futz list for her. So But once I create the futz list, I'm going to fight to finish it. Because I want to get it done. We're going to save him for next Sunday. And we're going to call it done for the night. We did get quite a bit of him squared away and completed. He's looking clean. I thought about doing some more with the bone, but I kind of want to leave it like it is. He's a young little dragon. He's not quite ready to be dark in bone yet. He has a little dice holder that goes along with him. I could do a lot more to it, but I'm not really going to feel it to do that, so we're not going to do anything with it. So we'll return next Sunday for sure on him. Monday night, however, on Monday night, we are going to return to this guy. We are going to return to our chibi figure. And we are going to either work on the left side or the right side of him. We'll figure it out that night. He is the inspiration where my current non-metallic methodology is at by using a simplified color palette. I need to do a little bit more with his hair as well, but it's going to utilize a lot of the same colors, so I'm not too concerned. I need to figure out how I'm going to get a fur color in his back as well. We might make it a gray and black, so we might be doing something with a little blue and green for it. And we still have to finish his ears and the other bits of his skin tone, but he will be Monday night's task. We will be returning to our chibi Galleon. We need to find a raid target because I'm going a little bit longer than I thought I was supposed to be going. Whoops, I'm sorry. Who is currently live? I see Riot Sister is live, but I do not see anybody else. So we will probably go do a little raid onto Riot Sister that looks like they're building cards. I have no idea what it's going to be like. So we're all going to find out together. I thank you all for being here. It has been quite the adventure. Oh, taco food truck in there. So they're going to be a fun person. So I thank you all for stopping in, spending some of your Sunday with me. It means a great deal to me. Let's all have fun, enjoy, and then go say hello to this lovely person and see what they're working on. Good night.